Alright, not only we got Liael Odium support, but also details for the Master deck sets, so let's begin. Starting off, we got Sentry's Prominence Gear Volgo, which is a grade 2 with taking power and the skill is Counter Rear Guardian. This card gets us 5k power and shield for every 3 regress gauges, active on your opponent's turn as well. Yeah, you don't have room for this, and I wouldn't even really run this anyway. And then we go to Steam Maiden Zimbri, which is grade 1 with 8k power and the skill is Count Rear Guard. During the battle that this unit boosts, if your Vanguard is at least a grade 3 Liael, this card gets us 5k power. With the second skill, Auto Rear Guard. When this card boosts at least a grade 3 Liael Vanguard plus 2k, and then at the end of the battle, cost retire this unit to either counter charge 1 or energy charge 3. Yes, it's the Liael 15k booster that lets you either counter charge or energy charge, which is either resource is pretty nice, although the deck doesn't really use much energy, but with recent support, a little bit more, but the deck still doesn't really use much energy. Counter Blast, it might be more needed. But funny how we finally got a 15k booster for Liael Odium in the set that is not introduced with, compared to the other Divine Skill units. But oh well, this is actually very good for the deck. Next, Direful Doll Patience. Direful Doll, the hell? And no, this does not work with the Direful deck, spoiler alert. But anyway, it's a grade 1 with K power and the skill is Auto. When placed on rear guard, if you have at least a grade 3 Liael Vanguard, cost energy blast 2, choose up to 1 grade 3 normal order that is not a Regalis piece from your drop zone or face up from your damage zone and put it to your hand. But if you put a card from the damage zone, you put the top card of your deck to the damage zone. I really like this for the helpful consistency of getting your distorted bait. That's basically the purpose of this card. Only thing is, this does not search from deck. It only recycles from drop zone or from the damage zone, which the damage zone one is quite helpful because if you lose it, it will kind of suck. So I do say this is already worth running as a 2-of just for this skill alone. But the second skill is just an added bonus where count rear guard during your turn if you have at least 2 regress gauges plus 5k. Even more powerful Liael Odium, but mainly just for regress gauges. And for some reason, it's Direful Doll. Finally, Instant Assembler Colossus, which is a grade 2 with taking power and the skill is Auto Gauge Zone. At the beginning of your battle phase, if this card is a regress gauge, cost Counter Blast 1, choose a card from your drop zone to put it face up as regress gauge, and if you put a card, call this to rear guard. Yes, it's literally like the grade 3 Dragon Colossus, thus adding more consistency for gauge calling. But do watch for the Counter Blast for these because they both do use Counter Blast. But anyway, second skill, Counter Rear Guard. If you have at least a grade 3 Liael Vanguard, this card gets this skill into the end of turn. Auto Vanguard. When this card attacks, costs Soul Blast 2, draw a card, and also gets plus 5k, active on your opponent's turn as well. So basically, it's just another plus engine, another way to do a superior call for a gauge, which can be looped with the Dragon Colossus. Also more draw power, even though it costs a Soul Blast 2. The deck itself could actually soul charge quite efficiently, and in a way doesn't even use as much soul compared to soul charging. But I would still say still watch out for both resources because Liael Odium does need the Soul Blast for the regress gauge gain. But overall, cool new addition. And finally, here's the details of the Master deck sets. I have to say the deck lists look pretty good, although I wish there are some cards that they decided to include like the Antha and Nactogio, and some of them could definitely be 4-ofs, but overall not too bad of a deck list. And too bad that they're character sleeves rather than the unit sleeves. So that's it for the new Liael Odium reveals. What do you guys think of it? Overall, I think it's just decent support. Liael Odium finally gets her 15k booster, which is also a resource engine, and it's a helpful resource engine that she needs, so I'll take it. But on that, the rest of the cards are just helpful extra consistency, so there's really not much to say about it. But on that, that's it for this, and see you all next time.